Hori has been making officially licensed game peripherals for Nintendo for a really long time. Some of them are such big hits that they continue to fetch a very high price on the used market, such as the SNES style controller for the GameCube. And some of them are massive disappointments, like the Split Pad Compact they released for The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. And they just slapped the promo image of the game onto the controllers. Like, did you zazzle for this, Hori? But that crime against humanity aside, I'm your cool Uncle Marissa, and I really like the Hori Split Pad Compact. I did my first video on this channel about the Gengar version of that, and if you would like a more in-depth review, check out that video because I talk about the ergonomics and I show you what the buttons sound like and all of that really in-depth stuff. But today I have with me the Dragon Quest Split Pad Compact Fit. So it comes with a grip this time. The reason I picked this up was obviously not because I needed more controllers, I have enough, but I have such a huge soft spot for slime from Dragon Quest, even though I've never played a Dragon Quest game. So please let me know in the comments which game to start out with, because I do want to play one. I'm a big fan of JRPGs, but I even have a Dragon Quest themed Nintendo 3DS LL. I want to show you guys what this looks like and how it feels, as well as how this fit part feels. Is it any more convenient or better than the grip that comes stock with your Nintendo Switch? Is it awful? Let's find out. Here we have the teeny box, and this is actually what sold me on this, is this little peeper guy. And this bonus second little peeper guy. Look at that fortuitously placed eye. And for the big reveal, we've got a big smile. It's even cuter in person. And we have that wonderful grip pattern on the back. There's also a 3.5mm jack here to put in your headphones or your headset. The print is really lovely, but what is that? Why did they put their logo there? Couldn't have been a sticker? There's our little smiley slimy. It's adorable. And both the joystick grips feel really good, just like the Gengar version. I really like these controls for your headphone or headset. We have the volume down and up buttons, as well as a mic mute in the middle. Just a side-by-side with my Gengar versions, there's no difference. They're exactly the same. They weigh the same, they feel the same. The only difference is that awful Hori logo. The D-pad on the Dragon Quest one does feel a little less snappy. The rest of the buttons feel the same. Maybe it's just like a breaking in thing. Sliding them on, they go on easy. There's no tension. Yeah, it feels good. It feels just like the Gengar ones. No complaints, except for this dark cloud that has come upon me. Also, I didn't have to pair it, and I think that might be because I'd already paired the Gengar ones, so it recognizes them as the same. I'm not entirely sure. Your mileage may vary. Alright, now I want to see how the grip feels. My fingers aren't touching in the back. It's not too compact, and my thumb can navigate everything very easily. And there's no accidental inputs. It doesn't feel cramped to me. Comparing it with the original Joy-Con end grip, To be honest, this doesn't feel cramped to me either, but it doesn't feel particularly spacious either. My hands sort of sit off of it. So the fit is definitely a really nice in-between option. You can see there's the chance for accidental inputs for the joystick on the original. While you're hitting the face buttons, you could bump the right joystick. And of course, the Pro Controller is going to be the most comfortable. You've got a good grip, everything's within reaching distance. So the fit is a nice middle ground to it. It's not a replacement for the Pro Controller, but it's definitely a step up from the Joy-Con grip. Alright guys, so I just want to wrap things up with a quick pros and cons. So on the pros, everything that I said was a good thing from my first Hori review persists. I like that the buttons are quiet. I like how they feel. They just feel very comfortable. The Joy-Cons themselves feel really good when they are on a Nintendo Switch, and it definitely is adequate competition for Switch grips that you can purchase separately, like the Satisfy gaming grip, which is my favorite, if I had to choose a standalone grip. Another pro, because I'm not going to waste our time talking about, oh, it's not Bluetooth, and you know it's wired out of the box. So let's talk about that. The wire is very hefty. It's very nice, solid. I feel like I can trust it. I feel like, you know, it's not gonna deteriorate. And it's sufficiently long enough that you can play comfortably and not have to sit too close to this TV. And you know what happens when you sit too close to the TV. I was also not expecting and was very pleased by the headphone jack. I think not just that, but the controls on the grip itself are absolutely fantastic. If you play multiplayer games, being able to talk in-game using this is a great option. If you want to play on the big screen in the living room and you don't want to bother anyone, or you don't want your girlfriend making fun of the characters' voices, you can just plug your headphones in. And I think that's super awesome and super convenient as well. The grip is super ergonomic. While of course it's not going to replace the Pro Controller, it's really comfortable, at least for my hands. And of course the print on the product feels really good. I don't think it's going to rub off over time. None of the color has rubbed off of my Gengar version, if that is any consolation. So I trust it'll be the same on this set. Now in terms of the cons, so I'm just gonna go through the aesthetic cons really quickly because I want to mention them. The Hori logo. Why? Why is it there? That's so frustrating. You've got this wonderful like black, gray, and off-white controller, which just has a pop of red here and there on the slime, and then you have the Hori logo. Once you see it, it just like, it sucks. Why did they do that? Like, we're gonna forget it's Hori? Like, it says on the back, Hori. It says, I don't like that. Not at all. No. I wish I'd noticed that before I bought it. I don't know if it would have stopped me from buying it, but the betrayal I felt when I took it out of the box and my eyes landed on the logo. Like, oh God. Similarly, because, you know, we want to complain, I would have liked it if maybe they tried a different color for the cord. That would have been kind of neat. Maybe if it was like red or something. I'd also be curious how challenging it would have been to just have the cord be removable, and that way you can swap it out or even put in a Bluetooth adapter. But I don't know if it's significantly more expensive or if they just didn't want you to be able to put in a Bluetooth adapter. I'm not really sure what the politics of Hori are. Another con is the lack of rumble. Now that, similar to the Bluetooth or wireless, it feels a bit like, oh, this goes without saying, but it kind of, I think, deserves to be highlighted in this instance because you would expect that when you are using it wired and in front of a larger screen, that you would perhaps be getting rumble. But no, no rumble here, no gyroscopic functions either. That's something that I would have liked them to include, but I also know that Nintendo is very close-fisted with their allowance of rumble and gyroscopic controls in third-party controllers. And Hori plays by the rules quite strictly. Now, in terms of price, so this hasn't been released in North America yet, so that's kind of hard for me to comment on. I bought mine via Japan for I think 60 or 70, and the Hori Split Pad Compact price in the US is $60. Sometimes it goes on sale for $50, but I don't think that the character ones really go on sale as much, if ever. But I see a lot of people selling this set on eBay and stuff for 100 plus. I think that it's not worth 100 plus. I think at that point, just get a Pro controller and customize it. I don't know. Unless you're a really die-hard Dragon Quest fan and you just want to have it in your collection, but I feel like that goes without saying. It would be really nice if it makes its way to this side of the world. That would be a pleasant surprise, but I don't know anything at the moment about if that is a plan or not. But at MSRP, I think it's a totally good buy, especially if you have a soft spot for it, especially if you don't have a split pad compact quite yet, because I think these are controllers really worth buying. They're very comfortable and they've just completely bypassed the joycons for me. I'm either playing with a Pro controller on the screen or I'm playing with the split pad compact. Let me know in the comments below if this review was helpful, if it piqued your interest in either the Hori Split Pad Compacts or this specific controller. And let me know if you have a favorite third-party controller for the Nintendo Switch, because there's a pretty decent number out there and I'd love to get to know more of them. As always, I've been your cool Uncle Marissa, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!